So I've not actually tried this for years. I spent 4 years in Scotland and I didn't get into whiskey at all. And this was the only whiskey I ever bought, which is Highland Park, which is Highland Park 12, which is actually a relatively cheap whiskey. I know it's not going to be my type of whiskey because I like things that are slightly sweet. And I'm sure this is like what I picture as whiskey tasting like, but maybe that's because that's the only whiskey that I'd ever tried before. I think they've changed the bottle design now as well. It's got all divots and rivets on. It's quite a light color. To me, it smells like I'm not gonna like it. I think what I don't like about whiskeys is the pear stone fruits whiskeys. Do you know what? It's actually not as bad as I remember. I think I must have had this at the party, which is why most of this is finished by now, which is probably where I drank too much, which is where my memory of whiskey first comes from. But to me, it just tastes a bit watery. There's a light smokiness to it. It tastes like stereotypical whiskey. Don't know how to describe it. Whiskey flavor with some smoke. So rather full and pleasant depth. Lurking somewhere on the substratum is a grilled orange. Notes of granary toast and green tea with jasmine. How anyone gets green tea with jasmine, but I bet you if you went to a tasting and someone said green tea and jasmine, everyone would be like, oh yes, yes, green tea and jasmine, of course it is. Finished quite long with peppery and wood shavings. Yeah, so maybe it's not a smokiness, maybe it's like a wood shavenness, but it's a whiskey. Nothing to sing home about. In terms of rating that, I'd probably rate that like 3 or 4. Sorry, Highland Park. Again, like I'm never gonna find a 10. So 3 and 4 can be like, meh, average, all right. But yeah, Highland Park 12.